So the first thing that we are going to do is create a plane, because last time I checked, grass has to. So the first thing that we are going to do is create a plane. Because last time I checked, grass has to actually grow in something. We're going to switch to view to render because we don't want to waste any time. So the last time I looked outside, grass is actually green, so not because we don't want to waste any time. So the last time I looked outside, grass is we're going to switch to view to render because we don't want to waste any time. So the last time I looked outside, grass is actually green, so we're going to add just an image texture, one you find online, just type for grass texture and then you have something.
Uh, uh, anyhow.
We're going to add just an image texture, one you find online, just type for grass texture.
What is this called again? Seamless. I should actually probably move to
texture and then you have something. So we're going to add this one. Because the era of PS1 games is actually over, we're not getting away with just an image texture. this one, because the era of PS1 games actually over. We're not getting away with just an image texture. And so we're adding a particle system, more specific, a hair one. And we're going to trim the image texture. And so we're adding a particle system, more specific, a hair one. And we're going to trim down that bush, something you should also do, and increase the amount to how much your PC can handle. That kinda looks nice, but we all know grass is just not growing straight, so we're just going to add a little curl to it. And so you have to go to advanced. Then you go to forces and go to Brownier and just put it up a little bit. And there we have it, beautiful, nice grass. You have around 10 seconds left, so go and subscribe to this channel for more awesome 1-minute content.
Oh. Oh. OBJ. But why is the sensitivity so low?
Trying to zoom into, notice how this no longer will let me do this. So to fix this, we want to go up to Edit, Preferences. And then under Navigation, there's an option for Auto Depth. And we want to check this box. And what that's going to do is that's going to use the depth under the mouse to improve the zooming. So if you check that box, then you zoom in, notice how I can zoom in as close or as far from this object as I want. I have no idea why this is not enabled by default. It literally seems to be the only
Hmm.
Ooh, 3 minutes squeaky, I mean lucky. Indeed, and nothing can be easier than in this tutorial, you'll learn how to create hazy.
So, in the last episode, we jumped into some materials and we took an idea of what it is I want to do with my guy here. So let's start with Cycles render engine, the shadows and the lighting in areas. Right now, the lighting still isn't looking too good, but when it comes to lighting, personally, generally, I tend to use the Cycles render engine. So now the lighting still isn't looking too good, but when it comes to lighting, personally, generally, render properties here, we can switch over to this, and this is going to be used, right? Well, let me nicely adjust the power of this top light. Now, in this case, this is directly over the top of him, and we're not getting any light. Now, well, let me select this adjust power option, object data properties here. So I want to increase the brightness and nicely. This is just going to use more of a
He's sleeping.
real world calculation GPU for this. And as you can see already, this is just going to use more of a real world calculation to start giving us a nicer lighting appearance. Sure that you are using your G is going to be a bit
basketball
to
right now. No. Dude, your breath stinks. It does. Yeah. You wanna play basketball outside?
lighting. Obviously, this up with S. So you've got a couple of options when it comes to your lighting. Obviously, there's a lot we could go into, but for the most part, you're just going to be playing around with your power. Obviously, there's a lot of what's going on the Z-axis. This up above here. Basically, to add or Shift A.
I actually don't think I could do that.
Okay, so to
We'll be able to do it, but not to the degree that the barber did it.
acquire some basic lighting in Blender, what I need to do is come up to Add or Shift A, and we're going to go into the light menu here. And I like to start with a basic 3-point lighting setup. Just
Oh, I've been doing this wrong. Okay. Delete. 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 Yeah, John, your back is wrong. That's what I told him. Yeah, his back is wrong. Yeah, the front straight. The
Left side is up little bit. What?
I don't think so.
The back
not supposed to do that. He did it on purpose. But it's like this, right? Yeah, I don't like the back as much, but the sides and front look really good.
You should have done the back was the way it should have been done is like this from here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I thought that'd be weird. Actually, that's what I was thinking, but it's whatever.
Just to get a basic idea
Yeah,
of
take
what
a
it is
picture of
I
the
want
dash.
to do with my
Look at
guy here.
all.
So let's start with a nice area light,
$0.
and initially
And then take a picture from the back. I thought it was mirror, but I didn't see it in content. Can you? The lighting isn't good. Can you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the back isn't right. He didn't even fade it right. See, he didn't even fade the back right. Oh, I found it that bad. Bro, why does your breath stink so bad? I think it's a very
I want to move this up above him. So G to move, Z to lock this to the Z axis, move this up above him. So
add light area no sun. G to move, lock it to the Z axis.
G to move, Z to lock this to the Z axis. Can bring this up, and then we can scale this up with S. So you've got a couple of options with when it comes to your lighting. Obviously, there's a lot we could go into, but for the most part, you're just going to be playing around with your power, which is going to increase your brightness, and then you can also adjust
Okay, this is the sugar field where the people will be doing their work. 3D modeling share. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, my legs. Oh. How do you? Oh, oh, oh! I'm slow. I'm slow. I'm slow. Ooh. Ooh. Ain't no way someone. Oh, okay. John. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, not bad. Honestly, this for a new 3D modeler, this ain't even bad. That ain't even bad, G. Oh, Vin. Ben? Ben. What did Ben make? Chan, what did Ben make? Bro, there's nothing here. Blood ain't no. Oh. Ben. Ben! No, Ben! Man! No! There's no way that's all he did. Bro, I did more than that within less than like 20 minutes. How much time is my stream been going? In less than 30 minutes, Ben, that's a bad look. Begin. Oh, Arhan's a 3D blender? 3D modeler? Bro, my PC is so slow at 3D modeling. Holy. Oh, that's a bad look, Arhan. You don't even have the thing on it. Oh, I need a new GPU, honestly. I need more space. More SSD. No. SSD.
What's up, chat? So from last time, as you know,
Solid state.
I didn't have a buzz, but now it's tough now. So yeah, that's up, chat. You see me next time, next appearance in the show. Pay me. I ain't free though. You gotta pay me $100. Only if you pay me. That's the only time you're seeing me.
Okay, then I guess I've never seen.
Good chat. My best friend. I'll see you next time.
Also, someone said they don't like your haircut. Davin said he didn't like your haircut.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, he did. He was in my chat. You walked by multiple times. He said, "Did you brother Buzz?"
I already like my
Okay, sure. You got it, bro. You got it.
yeah.
You got it, bro. I'm not. I never said you don't like your haircut, bro. 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 Hmm. They're the same price.
Hey, $100. I'm back again. Mommy, can I take a beer out?
You wanna play basketball?
Let's play soon at some.
I'm not going. I can't. My legs are gonna get pulled. I'm gonna pull my legs. Yeah, this is work because it's for 3D modeling, and I'm trying to find a graphics card for 3D modeling. You know what I'm saying? It's work. I have to think smarter, not harder. Hmm. Or I can just get a laptop for 3D modeling, but they're pretty expensive, yeah. RTX 4060. Guys, let's watch this to get some motivation. You have to have such a good PC to model that. The rendering of my PC would crash if I tried modeling this. Like, it would just crash. My PC would burn and then crash.
This is Blender, open source 3D software that can be used to make animations, visual effects, game assets with that many objects, but that'll focus to that object. If you're on a laptop, by the way, if you hold down the tilde key, that'll bring up this section here, and then you've got view selected right there. So tilde is that key underneath your escape key. But anyways, so this is what our sphere looks like. So right click, shade smooth, and now all those sprinkles have a shade smooth. Haha, very nice. All right, now let me just show you a quick little issue that you might run into. If you were to like uniform on, but hold down control, and you could obviously finesse it and make it better than what it is, but that's what we've got. You'll notice each of these spheres have a very jagged looking shape, and that's because the sphere itself down here. Oh, I don't think I mentioned this. If you want to quickly zoom to an object, we mentioned that before, focus to that object here, and then you've got view select. So this is shade smooth. You might run into, very nice. All right, now let me just show you a quick little issue that you might run into. If you were to duplicate your donut and create two, and then on the second donut, you're like, hey, I want to have some spice in my scene. I don't want to have the exact same count of sprinkles across both donuts. Let's give a different value to this one over here. Well, you can see that they are now sharing the same value because this node group here is being linked across both objects. But if you wanted, I mean, you could like, you know, make it its own single object so that they're not linked. But if you wanted everything else to remain the same, so that let's say you know, change the sprinkle at some point, that's preserved across it. But that one value you want to be different across multiple objects, you can expose it. So just like what I did at the start, if I drag out from the value I want to expose, and then I put it up to here, in my group input, the empty slot, if I just release it, it's now disappeared, the value's disappeared from here, and it's now appeared in my modifier stack over here. And now I can...
I uploaded the screenshots for you in the parent folder.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, I'm on the call right now.
Oh yeah. Oh sorry.
can put in a different value. So this has now got a value of 2000, and this one is 500. So essentially, and it's now appeared in my modifier stack over here. It's now disappeared, the value's disappeared from here, and it's now appeared in my modifier stack over here. Here. And now I can put in...
Alright, thank you. Alright, see you. Alright, Daddy, what were you saying?
The screenshots, the photos that you should use.
You uploaded the screenshots?
Screenshot file will have 8 images.
Uploaded the screenshot of this. Okay.
No, you study for 4 minutes. And then they said, oh no.
Trying to explain the picture and she's telling me, oh, this is all I'm going for. You brought me on the top of something I wasn't even meant to be. Wait, remember, I'm explaining the material though, and she said, I'm on the top. Yeah, but she clearly doesn't know anything about it. Doesn't even know what she is. Is it doctor? Yeah, so it has to do with whether he knows anything technical. No, that's right. So sometimes you have to just talk to people that Alright. Alrighty. Alright. Alright, I.
a different value. So this has now got a value of 2000 and this one is 500. So essentially by dragging it out and exposing it, it's essentially removing the value from this node setup and saying this is its own separate thing, which is independent per object. And it has a two birds, one stone kind of effect that it makes it more accessible. So in a completely different part of Blender, I'm working on my scene and I'm just very quickly giving different sprinkle amounts to different donuts, right? Like a madman, right? No one can stop me. But yeah, very cool. And that's now exposed. Oh, the other thing we probably want to do though, with that this group input here, is I want to give it a different name because density max, you know, not really that useful. Put here, now exposed. Oh, the other thing we probably want to do though, with that this group input here, that's now exposed. Oh, the other thing we probably want to do though, with that this group input here, is I want to give it a different name because density max, you know, not really that useful. I can call it sprinkle density. Right? You know, not really that useful. I can call it sprinkle density, right? So now it's like a fully customized little node group that I could drop on any object. I could be building a car in the future and I'm like, it needs sprinkles. And I can just drop this on and I've got a sprinkle density value for my car.
I'm not sure. I don't think I will go.
Right? So you can see how geometry nodes, you can build something really customized for what you want, and then it's just readily accessible every time you need to use it. Awesome. Now, one issue that I will show
So,
Doing research on videos on for and and also supposed to be writing. Huh? All right.
yeah. No, it's Indian. There's a most, there's an only, there's like, Jerry. No, Kanye is not a last name. I know this is how Indian like Khanna. You know Khanna. I don't Jared. Jared? No. Khanna. Huh? Khanna. Khanna is last name. Khanna is type of name. I don't think Khanna. What? You see that Malayali? Wait, is it Khanna is saying what is it? I don't know what type was he type what means whatever. Like Khanna. What is Khanna? Khanna is Khanna. Khanna is I'm Indian. You know, I look Tamil and you have Khanna means. Khanna? It could be Khanna. But Jared, this is his name. That's okay. You might be able to do it. In Kannada. Yeah. Karnataka. Karnataka. Bangalore is in Karnataka. Okay. And suburbs from the environment. Suburbs. I want to. Wait, did you still have?
You already know.
Agree with this, and actually it's not specific to Geometry Nose, but this entire time for all these videos we've been building a donut which is too big. So if you hit N in your properties, oh that's the polygon thing, you can see the size, the dimensions of your donut is 1.2 by 1.2 meters, which for Americans, oh, actually, yeah, you can change it. You could change your units to the wacky imperial one. Yeah, 4 feet, right? Okay. Which is way too big. Okay. Now, why does it matter, right? Because, like, okay, if you're looking at this, how are you to actually know that this is 1.2 meters rather than the regular size donut? It doesn't actually matter yet, but when we get to like rendering with depth of field, or maybe you want to import other objects from other scenes, having a value that is actually true to the object will save you so much time, and it'll also make it so that your camera settings, etc., are actually correct. So that bit is very important. So essentially, we should resize this. And really, a real donut is about 12 centimeters, which is exactly 1/10 of what we've got right here. So if we select everything in the entire scene, which you can do by just hitting A for everything, I don't know, A for all, yeah, that makes more sense, okay. Then if we hit S to scale, okay, we're now in a scale, oh actually, okay, well now it's going to scale it and the plane is going to be off the ground. Okay, all right, well let's not scale the lamp and the camera. So everything else, selecting the donut, the lamp, the donut, the plane, and the sphere. Then, so, okay, all right, well let's not scale the lamp and the camera. So everything else, selecting the donut, the lamp, the donut, the plane, and the sphere. Then S, and then the donut, the plane, and the sphere. Then S, and then I want to scale it by exactly 10%. Now, how could I do that? Well, if you look in the top left-hand corner, you've got the values there. And if I went to 0.1, then it would be exactly 1/10 of what it was. But how can I get it exactly at 0.1? Well, two things. One, if you hold down Control, when you're moving any value in Blender, it'll move it in increments, which in this case is 0.1. But you can also actually just type in the exact value you want, 0.1, and hit Enter. And now, if we look at the size of our donut, click N, hit N, you can see it's 0.12 meters, or centimeters, you know. Anyway, and that's great. But there is a problem. What you might notice, I mean, there's not a problem now, but when you change the scale or the rotation of an object, actually, it's only changed its, its local scale. It hasn't actually applied it on a global level yet. So the sprinkle here and the donut have actually got a pretend value. This scale is set at 0.2, and it's almost like it's saying to the scene, that's not its real scale. It's just been faked to be that size yet. It needs to be applied if you want to confirm really that this is the true scale or rotation of the thing. And you do that by selecting the things and then hitting Control A and then applying scale. Okay, so now we've done that, we can see something's changed. So our donut here with the sprinkles has now massively changed its density count. And the reason for this is that, if we go to geometry nodes again, let's zoom in here, let's look at it with this. This density, this sprinkle density, is actually not the count of sprinkles at all. It's the density in relation to the whole. And the way I think of it.
I know you're in those. Are you sure?
Yeah, my leg.
That's their thing right now. So we're not going to say.
No, my legs hurt.
Like, they were saying right now.
I just said my legs hurt. And then...
Like, Donnie's Going, Savesh, good job.
Oh, Don is just playing?
Yeah.
Are you sure? If I go there and Donish is not playing, are you sure?
Hello? Okay, we're about to leave right now, but my brother is only gonna come if Donish is playing.
Okay, get him a hug.
Wait, is Donish playing?
Okay, it's okay. I won't come.
Hey, would you come if anyone else came?
No.
Okay. He's not coming then. No, I'm coming, but my brother isn't. Donish is coming.
I'm good.
He doesn't believe it because last time he was mad that we went to AAC. But Rob is it though.
I'm good. My legs hurt.
Is like okay, it's a weird visualization, but if you've got a car and it's driving along a highway, right, a certain amount of bugs are going to hit the windshield, okay? But and the bugs could be defined by here, but the smaller the object is, right, you could have the same amount of bugs going across the highway, but if it was like a tiny matchbox car, there's going to be very few bugs.
Hello? What? Bro, why you call me so much, bro? I always think it's a spam caller with the amount you're calling me, bro. Oh my, no, I'm not coming. Because I went to the gym and my legs hurt. Bro, I was, dude, I'm good, bro. I don't care how long you're there, I'm leg pressing 400. No, no, I'm actually being so serious though. Whenever I walk, I think my legs are about to. Okay, he ended the call.
He's no way leg pressing, but he's thinking.
No.
Daddy?
because it's going to hit it, okay? So the density is kind of like the density of the world, and now that we've made the object smaller, there's only three sprinkles left. There's only 3 bugs that's hit the windshield of our donut here. So this value now needs to be much bigger. In fact, it needs to be exactly like if it was 6,000 before, it needs to be 60,000 now. But the problem is that it's not just a value here. The distance min value has also changed because this is also based on a real world value. So this now needs to be really small. So let's try 0.01. And that's actually pretty good. Good, I think. There's a little bit of overlap, but that's roughly kind of what we want. And let's see if I can increase this. Yeah, so if I want this density to be really dense, I would have to increase it to a crazy number. Now, something I like to do personally, this isn't, you have to do this, but you notice how like this number is really large. And if I want to increase or lower my sprinkle value, and I'm in a different part of Blender, if I'm just dragging this value, it's having no effect because the range, like the scale of it is just so large. So what I actually do is I set it to a value that I think makes sense, which in this case is 200. And then whatever the value was before, it was 200,000, right? I do a math value inside of my geometry node setup between here and here. I do a math calculation to multiply that by the value that it needs to be, almost as like a scale adjustment. So you can do it with just one node, Shift A, Utilities, Math, Math. And just drop it in here. Now, the math, I said I want to multiply it. So I need to change it from add to a multiply. And math is the most versatile of any node. You can do all sorts of stuff, but multiply. So multiply, and it was 200,000 before. So if I want this value 200, then I just add 1,000. Yes, that's correct. Okay. So now I can very quickly change the scale of the sprinkles across the donut without having to like manually type in the value. I can just move it back and forth. And there you go. So that's it. So we've we've changed the scale of it to what it should be. We've got a correct density, we've got a correct sprinkle setup looking good. In the next part, we are going to be adding long sprinkle screen to learn all about that. But there's also, I don't know, the long sprinkles just look way nicer. But you do have to do some different rotation math and stuff. So we're going to do that in a whole second video. So click here on the screen to learn all about that and random colors. So I will see you in that part.
It's like I'll see you in part 2.